Hello, my friends. It's been a hot couple of weeks, busy weeks. What do we need when it's a busy week? We need an easy meal. This is my go-to buffalo chickpea sandwich that you can whip up in literally 15 minutes. And I'm going to show you guys how I make some homemade fries. Really simple. I like to bake them for 30 to 40 minutes. So these you want to make first and then whip up the sandwich and enjoy such a delicious meal. You won't even miss ordering food. Let's get to it. We're going to start by prepping our fries, since these will take a little bit longer to bake. I like to grab 3 russet potatoes. You can optionally use 2 if you don't want to prep for several days, and I wash them to get rid of any excess dirt. I then chop them in half and then chop them into small slivers, and then once again into small sort of fry shapes. You can choose to cut your potatoes into any desired shape, and I like to then place them on a baking tray lined with parchment paper or a reusable baking mat, which I will then season. Spread them out evenly so everything will bake nicely. Don't be afraid to use 2 baking trays if necessary. I then add 1 teaspoon of olive oil per potato. So for here in this recipe, I use 3 teaspoons of olive oil. Be sure to measure this out. It just keeps you honest, and if you add too much, it's just a nice easy way to make sure you don't. I like to add garlic powder generously, black pepper, this is completely up to whatever you prefer, and salt of choice. I like Himalayan sea salt. Mix everything nicely on the baking mat, making sure that the olive oil and the spices are evenly dispersed, and then bake at 425 Fahrenheit, 220 C for 35 to 40 minutes, shaking them up several times. Now we're going to start with the coleslaw for the sandwich. We're going to add 3 cups of sliced green cabbage, in addition to 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, really sort of generous amount, 1.5 tablespoons of tahini, some non-dairy yogurt, nutritional yeast, in addition to onion powder, garlic powder, and I like to add dried parsley and dried thyme. This just is a really quick way to make a slaw and then set aside while we work on the filling for the sandwich. For the buffalo chickpea sandwich, we're going to dice half a bell pepper and a 1/4 cup of red onion, and we're going to add 3 cups of cooked chickpeas or 2 cans that have been released of the water. Add smoked paprika, garlic powder, in addition to more non-dairy yogurt and tahini, because these are sort of our healthy fats that we're incorporating into our mixture, and combine with 3 tablespoons of lemon juice once again, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of your favorite buffalo sauce. Combine everything with a spoon, and then if you have a fork or a potato masher, I like to then crush the chickpeas a little bit while adding a pinch of black pepper just to season everything really nicely. And this is completely up to you, but I like to do it as it adds really nice texture. The rest is pretty straightforward. I like to add some fries after they've baked beautifully. They'll be nice and golden brown. I like to add this to a plate, and the only other veggie I like to add to my actual sandwich is some tomatoes. So I sliced a couple up. I toasted 2 slices of bread and then added about a generous amount of the filling, added the tomatoes on top, and then proceeded to add the slaw on top and the last piece of bread, and it was fantastic. A really easy recipe on a weeknight. If you guys like this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel for recipes every Friday and daily shorts. See you next time.